Hello, everybody! We are
Hello.
back. Unfortunately, Neba and Vern are not available this week, so the only face that y'all will have the ability to stare at is my lovely expression for our. I guess this would be our Halloween session, right? That's pretty serendipitous that it wound up being Monsterhearts. Um,
Yeah, guess so, huh? Yeah. Shit.
Fair enough.
yep. For today's session, we have with me my wonderful friend Salty,
Hello.
playing as the succubus Wix. Incubus. What is a non binary cubus? Just
This.
Creature. It's like bis. It's just a
maybe
bis.
maybe excubus because it's neither one.
Yeah, I like that. I'm a fan of that.
Hell yeah. Excubus Wix and our and below me, my dear friend Nil,
Hi.
playing as Iro the Banshee. Very interesting dynamics we have in this group. Um, Eventually, we will get Neva's character introduced in the cast. But until then, when last we left, I don't know if I want to call you guys heroes, but our miscreants in Cadmus University. Why don't you guys tell me what happened?
Okay, so what happened was we kind of got to all like introduce ourselves and all that stuff. All the fun stuff. And then a girl went missing in the first scene. Just like vanished behind a tree. And it's a whole mystery. And everyone besides me is involved in this mystery until I accidentally fall into it. Uh, Eros' character is kind of investigating and doing all that stuff, and kind of a chase scene starts between all of us, which was an amazingly stupid cutscene that just made no sense. It was kind of awesome still though.
Mm-hmm.
And we ended off near the tree. Uh, your character tried to throw a bag at me, right?
Yeah, I panicked.
And it hit the tree and broke a branch off, and then the tree started to scream and then attacked us as we tried to fuck off.
Yeah.
Yep. And I've actually forgotten. Does anyone remember what park was that again? I think it was Landor? Something like that?
Think so?
No, I have notes, but I
exactly.
guarantee I didn't write the name of the thing because that would be actually useful.
Right?
No, I didn't write the. No, I did not write the name. I just wrote park.
But
Fantastic.
I knew I should have listened to the stream before coming to this one. Well, oh wait, I remember. Hmm. God damn it. Green. Hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, Ladin Park. That was it.
Oh, okay.
Yes, indeed. At the beginning of our last session, Iro witnessed a most horrific turn of events involving a disappearance at Ladon Park, at which time Iro let out his first scream of the campaign as he watched Helen Danes, unbeknownst to him because he couldn't see the whole event happen, being dragged beneath the tree's roots. This tree of Ladon Park is, as far as anyone knows, older than the town itself. It's been there for centuries, probably.
Mm-hmm.
And you all have now received full confirmation that it can move. Having discovered this information, I am going to make the executive judgment that you have no idea what to do about this. Not even remotely. If there is even anything to be done, besides maybe find a way to convince people not to go to that park, which someone already died there, they probably won't anyway. However, Jasmine decided she wanted to do some more research on this, so she went home. Went to speak to her mom, a professional in the magical arts, about what the heck is going on with that weird tree.
Yeah.
So, real quickly, because I almost forgot to brace our audience, just to let everyone know, this is very much an 18 plus stream. We are not going to be vividly describing any particularly raunchy acts that characters may or may not get into. We will be fading to black on those. But as far as any violence, any language, any other such themes of, drug abuse or general problems, like societal problems that may not be good for kids to know about or be exposed to just yet, that will all be covered here. So if you are below the age of 18, do not watch this. And if you are above the age of 18, viewer discretion is advised. Now then, moving right along to the meat of the session. After all of that went down, is there anything either Eero or Wix would do besides just try to move on with your lives?
Well, other than going home, going to the dorm, possibly crying to myself because I was terrified all day. Probably going to a library or something to look up the history of that park and attempt to do some kind of research.
Okay, cool. Before I go straight to that, Wix, did you have any ideas?
I am going to my house, which I would fucking never do. And I'm probably gonna see what I have to fucking heal this wound I have,
Okay.
or at least bandage it properly, because I got
Right.
stabbed through the leg with a branch.
Yeah, you did take some harm last session. Okay, so you're going to spend some time to treat some harm.
Yes.
That if you had another person there, you could recover 2, but I believe you only took the 1 anyway, so
Only 1.
yeah, you should be fine as you are. During
There's
that
also a new
time,
move where if you heal harm and you do it sexually, you can heal another one. I don't know why you would need to heal 3, but you can.
That's funny.
Best way to heal wounds. Got stabbed, have sex.
Monsterhearts.
All right. So, Eero, you head to the library to do some research on Ladon Park. I would like you to please roll me to gaze into the abyss. I forgot to ask Vern how she gets the rolls on screen. Oh, well. Worry about that another time.
I want to make sure I don't have a move for this. I don't. Awesome. Yeah. Come on. Partial success.
Okay. So, let's see. On a 7 to 9, the abyss shows you confusing and alarming visions, but you get your answer nonetheless. Okay. You go to the library and you look through their catalogs for history of Cadmus City. Um, Find a few different books that might have something on Ladon Park. And eventually, as you start reading, you find multiple mentions to the man who founded Cadmus University and Cadmus City, basically growing around that, did so in this particular location of Mississippi because there were a number of oddities that drew his attention. These are regarded as, seven's too overused, the 13 myths of Cadmus City. There are a great number of them. One of them actually points to just the way that so many of the people that find themselves drawn to the university, despite the fact that the university didn't have any sort of fine arts programs until recently, turn out to be very artistically minded, or if they weren't, become so after they arrive here. These are individuals who start out as aspiring mathematicians or physicists or doctors, and in their time at the university will find themselves carving a sculpture or making painting some magnificent work of art, and after they leave, they no longer have the ability to do so. It's like the muse itself is born and dies within Cadmus walls. This is the first story that kind of interests you. And there's many little weird myths like that. Black cat that roams around, that was one of the things that spawned the whole fear of black cats being unlucky as a result of various misfortunes befalling those who took it in. Similar, hocus pocus, wibbly wobbly stuff. But among them, you find the tale of, what would they refer to it as? The ancient guardian of Ladon. According to mythological records dating back to the indigenous people's time, persons who found themselves within the vicinity of Ladon, what is now known as Ladon Park, would feel a deep eeriness upon staring at the tree that lies in its center. This massive growth of ever-stretching wood was so ancient and seemed so worldly that the indigenous tribes of the area, either out of respect or some degree of anxiety and fear, refused to go near it. At best, they would honor it from afar. On the rare occasion that perhaps some children or maybe a a rebellious daredevil would find themselves close to the tree, there would not be many instances of them coming back. and those few instances therein would be with many injuries. So the tales go, anyway. In particular, there is one such tale of a woman being found roughly 50 feet from the tree, mangled and eviscerated from head to toe, having crawled forward, still alive, away from the tree before she inevitably bled to death. These days, people consider the tree of Ladon Park to be harmless, but interesting. A very unique shape, in fact. And this tale, it seems, was one of the main reasons why the city chose not to cut it down or do anything to it when building Ladon Park. That space has remained untouched, and for roughly 50 feet in the area of the tree, you cannot find a single bench or pathway. The writer of this story equates it to the way that the Irish people still refuse to pave over fairy circles, or make any attempt to alter the natural abundance of them. Perhaps to this day, we still find it wise to respect our elders.
All right then.
Um,
That's quite a bit.
mhm. As you pull away from the book and let that out verbally, a voice responds to your right, very close by. Yes, that's rather fascinating tale, isn't it?
Like an audible shriek. Not super loud, but like he was clearly startled, and nothing can probably detract from that. As he then coughs and goes to turn to whoever is there.
Yeah. When you shriek, the person there raises a finger to their mouth, says, "Shh." As you turn to look, you recognize Professor Monroe, your history teacher. So sorry. I was wandering the halls looking for uh, an interesting avenue to take our next lesson. It seems like you found a rather fascinating one.
Yeah, I guess. I was just looking into, well, the history of the city, and one thing led to another, and I ended up getting to Ladon Park.
Right, of course. Ladon Park. I'm sure you heard. Wait, that's right. I'm so sorry. My brain is getting lost these days. I completely forgot about what you went through, Nero. Are you all right?
Huh? Oh, I'm fine. Well, as fine as one could be.
Of course. There's only so much one can take in regards to these things, especially when the situation is so mysterious.
He just nods, looking down at the book.
Mhm.
I guess I'm trying to get a little closure. My own way.
Of course. I actually came to study at Cadmus for exactly this reason. The 13 myths, as it were, I found them to be rather fascinating. It bears some striking resemblance to, well, to most urban myths you might find in somewhere like New Orleans, or I believe even Los Angeles has a few well-known, um how do the what do the kids call it? Creepy pastas, as it were?
He like snickers a little and nods and goes, "You're dating yourself, but continue."
uh well, I digress. The point is that those such tales exist within cities, where in the dark of night, when things are expected to be a little dangerous, one might naturally conceive of something, an outlet perhaps, to imagine that fear through. Something to comfort them. These difficult things and problematic issues are not arising out of mere circumstance, but they have a source. There's a reason. It might not be a good one, but it exists. The thing that befuddled me and what got me to study here was the question of why Cadmus. This is a small, relatively small at the very least, college town. What reason would anyone have to come up with false tales to alleviate their concern about a place that doesn't see much crime, or, for that matter, many deaths? And that's when it hit me. I do hope this doesn't unsettle you too much, Iro, but my current theory, and I'm actually writing a paper on this subject, is that these supposed myths, at least some of them, have a certain degree of basis in reality.
He looks probably strangely unfazed, especially for him. And he nods and goes, "Yeah, that makes sense." And then like gets like a shocked expression, as he realizes that he's not supposed to just agree to that kind of stuff, and then turns and goes, "Well, what I mean is,
You're right!
um,
It does, doesn't it? I mean, just think of it for a second. If you stop and look at all of these issues, I mean, Miss Helen Danes, rest her soul, was not the first to be taken away. She was not the first to be lost in such a strange, uncertain circumstance. I have been here for over a decade, and similar disappearances and injuries have been arising from different circumstances across the city, and all of them can be traced back to one of the myths in your hand. I am certain that once I'm able to write this paper, all truth will come to light. We'll get researchers working on this. We'll be able to find out what truly happened to Miss Danes. Now, whether there is genuinely a murderous tree in the park, I'm not entirely certain on that, but I do believe that someone is making use of those myths. Whether through natural or some unnatural means.
Professor, are you suggesting that, I don't know, it's like supernatural things are real?"
I wouldn't necessarily call them supernatural. Many people believed that the. Oh god, what's a good example? What would he say? Many people used to believe that bats had the ability to see perfectly well in the dark, and some do. But most of them, in fact, communicate via sonar. And these are things science has discovered after years and years of hard thought research. I mean,
Okay, but murder tree. That one's a little hard to just kind of
I'm
explain away.
It's definitely difficult. There is a reason I'm starting with a paper and not just coming out and attempting to prove to science that there's a piece of murderous foliage out there. No, I think it's more likely that someone, perhaps, perhaps someone with a little more of an advanced technology or scientific method, has discovered a means of using such dense foliage as a weapon. Now, that also might sound, well, there are many words to describe it, but there are already species of fungus that are capable of controlling the actions of corpses long after they've died. Why would it be impossible to control the actions of a still living piece of flora?
I guess you have a point. But let's say that you're right, and there could be a natural cause to some of these things. Isn't the he wraps his fingers on the book a little? Isn't there a metaphor about leaving things buried?
I understand your concern, and I do appreciate it, believe me. But to leave things buried isn't a very historic way of doing things. It might be respectful to leave the relics of uh, a long dead pharaoh safely ensconced in their tomb. But what's necessary for recording that pharaoh's great achievements, the society that they came from, the methods by which they achieved their marvels, such as the building of the pyramids. Sometimes you need to dig up something a little dangerous in order to uncover something that could save many lives down the road. Were this to remain buried, I'm certain that many, many innocent people would become buried with it.
He sighs. Yeah, you're probably right.
Now, I do hate to impose on you, Eero. Sorry, words. To impose on you, Eero. But, respectfully, you were one of two people in recent memory to have potentially caught something visually in regards to what might have happened to the late Miss Danes. I'm certain you've already spoken with the police, but their reports are never very thorough. Would you be willing to donate just an hour of your time to describing for me exactly what you saw that night?
It's not going to be much help, Professor. I didn't see much. It 1 second she was there, and then I talked to her friend for I can't even say 2 sentences, and then she was gone.
I see. He actually pulls out a genuine notepad and starts writing something down. Um, and you're certain you can't recall anything else? Even the most minute of details could make a world of difference.
Um, yeah, that's it.
Hmm. Very well. Hmm. I'll need to get in touch with Miss Gilliard as well. Of course, she'll need time. Ah, I'm so sorry to have interrupted your studies once again, Iro. Please, take your time with the assignments from my class at the very least. You've gone through something traumatic.
Thank you, sir. Really.
Certainly, thank you for your assistance. And with that, Professor Monroe is going to leave you alone. And as he walks away, you realize something. He talked about Miss Danes like she was already dead. But on the books, she's declared as missing. There was,
no.
yeah, there was nothing in that news story about her being deceased. There's no body found. The police are still looking for her. Have fun thinking about that. Wix, you spent some time tending to your wounds, and we're gonna say, yeah, I suppose the question is, would you have anything else to do, perhaps at night? I'm assuming, by the way, that this is the next day after everything happened. Well, no, yours would actually no, it would be the same day, wouldn't it? It would have to be because you're tending to your wounds; they're still fresh. So that night, do you have anything planned, or do you attempt anything, Wix?
Man, hard to say with that. Honestly, Wix would not be in the mood.
Hmm.
But being Wix, they need constant attention, so they are constantly like messaging people.
Cool. Do they?
Mainly Philip.
I was going to ask.
Yep.
Okay. Hell yeah. So, remind me, did Wix interpret their encounter as evidence of,
No.
didn't think so. Then, um, I kind of want to role play out this conversation, not gonna lie. Uh, what is your first message to him?
Oh man. It would probably be a wall of text that it just says a bunch of random shit, basically, that like just to grab his attention. Like I haven't had a good day. How are you doing? I hope your day's been good. Did you see blah blah blah? Shit like that.
All right. He
know.
responds very quickly, I might add, with good evening.
Oh Jesus
Uh,
Christ, brother.
um my day has my day has gone rather well. I am sorry to hear that yours has not. Uh um did I whatever movie or show or something that you tell him about, uh or you ask, did you see X, Y, or Z? He says, no, I have not seen that thing. Um, I will, however, look it up and look it up and let you know my opinion on it when I discover it.
Jesus Christ.
Would you like to talk about whatever difficult things you have gone through today?
Which will like not reply for a moment and just like kind of lay their head back. Like, God, he's bland, but at least he's a little considerate. Okay. And then wishful text. Yeah, wishful text. Yeah, I got attacked by a fucking tree, and then right before they click send, they'll like think about it for a minute. Be like, can I explain this properly? And they decide to backspace it a few times to the beginning. Says, yeah, I fell and I really hurt my leg, so I'm a little um out of business for a bit.
Out of business. I love it. Oh my god. Okay. Um he sends back uh the not the crying emoji, the sad face emoji. Um
I can't fucking
with
handle this guy.
yeah. And then says I'm sorry to hear that. Uh I think yeah, he would actually oh no, this is what he would offer. Um uh well no. No, right. It's not high school. You don't necessarily share all of your classes. Um
Yeah.
hmm. Yeah. Uh I'm sorry to hear that. Do you need medical attention?
Oh, Jesus Christ, dude. Oh, God. You had a good dick. That was about it, man. For real. Uh,
Hey, remember, you also have a condition right now.
yeah, I know. And I'm like, I can be addicted to being around this guy and like him, he's down there, but I don't have to like talking to him.
That's fair. That's entirely fair.
I'm like, no, it's not that bad. Just a little cut. And I'm like, look at like the bandage that's like it's like bleeding like a
hmm
lot, and I'm like, "It's fine,
hmm
probably."
Uh, he responds, "Okay," smiling emoji. Again,
Oh
not
man,
like the teethy one, the straight grin.
God, I feel like it would have more personality if you did just like the fucking emoticon.
hmm hmm
Guy, it's just
Um, so just um, okay. Uh, please. Um, I think he would just say, "Please take care of yourself. I have an assignment to get to, but thank you for but I enjoyed our conversation." That's how he would phrase it.
ooh. Okay, hold on. I gotta think for a moment.
Well, Salty, thanks. I gotta say, this guy sucks.
Right.
All right.
Hey, 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 hey. He is Joe character. This man is John Smith normal person.
Yeah, I didn't know
He's
that meant I was that
And
we were gonna
Jonathan
talk
Man.
to Chat GPT about it, right?
brother, like
No, it's
Okay.
fantastic. Never change. I mean, he should
Oh, yeah.
change, but
yeah.
Especially for a fucking incubus.
or maybe he just takes whatever your sex move is and flips it back on you.
Maybe? I don't think so. So I'm pretty sure Jordan confirmed it the moment it happened. But
I believe my exact words were, I wasn't expecting this to happen so soon."
yeah, and you were I didn't expect you two to meet so fast.
Yeah, there's that. Right. That was something I said.
Okay, but Wix would definitely do a kind of a click with like his mouth, like it's, and then he will toss his phone to the floor, and he's going to hug his legs and feel upset the rest of the night because he feels that this person that Wix is currently addicted to would rather do schoolwork than talk to me.
Ooh,
And it makes him feel a little not needed right now.
damn.
Damn, fuck! I'm fucking up my own fucking pronouns. Oh well.
No, is what it is. Okay. Hmm. Well then, I think the next morning. First of all, are either of you gonna go to class? I believe I'm pretty sure it would be Friday by this point.
Probably.
I would.
Okay. Wix, you get a good morning text from both James and Philip,
Oh, thank God.
among other people, but those are
I
two.
did want to add to. I did not sleep. Wix did not sleep at all.
Oh,
Oh.
well then. All right. Cool. And Iro, you were gonna say something?
Never mind. He can just walk up to Wix. It's cool instead of texting him. I also realized I don't have his number.
Yeah.
True.
Okay. So
Yet you don't have their number yet.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get good morning texts from them, and it. James would definitely invite you to a party that he's going to be throwing on the weekend as well.
Oh.
This is when, you know what? I think James would. James is part of a fraternity, so but
Disgusting.
they're not like the super douchey ones. They're the ones that are. It's the one that's like trying to be progressive to the point where they have a bunch of strict rules that some of their members have not followed and been kicked out over.
Yeah. I get it.
Mm-hmm. But there are still a bunch of closet douchebags because fraternity.
Yeah, of course.
So you have an invite to a frat party if you really want to go to one.
Does it say it's tonight?
Uh, You know what? Yeah.
Okay. I'll message back. I'll think about it.
Hmm.
I'll message back. I'll think about it. I have a lot on my mind right now.
Hmm.
I'll let you know. Say.
James responds, "Oh yeah, for sure. Hey, if you ever need to talk, just let me know, okay?"
Hmm. Okay. Hold on. I never leveled up. Hold on.
Oh.
I forgot I never did that. But yeah, what does Phillips say?
Philip has good morning smile emoji, um, followed by, uh, hmm, what would he say? Hmm. I think, yeah. No, no, he wouldn't. But he would say, I look forward to seeing you in, I look forward to seeing you in class today. And I think that one would have a wink emoji.
Wow. Very creative, buddy. Wix slams their head on their forehead, or not their head, their phone straight on
No,
their forehead,
circular.
jokingly.
Slams head on
Yeah, yeah.
forehead.
Yeah, they like put the phone to their forehead and are like, dude, you text like my fucking grandma, and just text back, yeah, and that's it. I don't know how to reply to this. He didn't like start anything.
uh, this is. I want you to know, I am so happy to have given the slutty character a an object of adoration, at least currently, that will not play back.
So horrible.
All right.
But yeah, yeah, Wix Wix doesn't look good.
Hmm. Damn.
Their hair is very disheveled. They wore really high boots to try and hide the bandage, but you could still see it.
Oof.
Um, they're fucking big ass bags under their eyes.
Mm-hmm.
They look bad.
It is now. I just remembered. Well, no, they're not physically seated next to each other. Never mind. I forgot. Seating chart is not accurate to physical reality.
Yeah.
But yeah. Uh. Cool. So you're walking in to. You guys walk to class. Uh. You go through the doors. There's like the usual clique of the nice girls chatting each other up. Sunny looks very concerned that Jasmine hasn't shown up yet. She's usually earlier than this. Um, the moment you walk into the room, Wix, you get an eager wave from James and a slightly less but very deliberate wave from Philip.
Okay, I love the fact that you gave like watching you gave like an actual like regular person wave for James, and then the most robotic thing I've ever seen in my life. Hello, human.
I am
Yeah,
normal.
I am man.
uh,
Um,
um,
yeah, I'll give James the warmest smile I can through disheveled, pale face and
mhm.
big fucking eye bags, and then a smile to Philip that was going to be kind of just like a kind of weak smile, but like seeing Philip really suddenly pulled me towards actually making like a warm, attracted smile. You know?
Mhm. Um, they both like at first are like, the usual blushing happy look, but then James, unlike Philip, who doesn't notice a damn thing's wrong, uh
Of course.
act like sees wait, like he doesn't say this obviously, but the reaction on his face is like, wait a minute. Wix looks slightly less incredibly stunning than usual. Something must be terribly wrong.
God has died, guys.
Yeah, for real. Um, whew. You you walk over to your seat, and I think Destiny, who has her phone out, probably working towards the latest banner, um, does like a double
Oh,
take. Yeah, gotcha, girl. Uh, does like a double take when she sees you. It's like, are are you okay?
I'm okay, Des. Just a little tired.
Well, all right. If you say so. And she goes immediately back to her gotcha game.
I feel
Oh.
her spiritually.
I'll roll my eyes and then lean back in my seat and kick my legs up.
Mm-hmm. All right. Hero, you walk into class. Wix looks like shit.
Yeah, we got a bit of a plan.
Yeah?
So instead of my regular 1 coffee, I buy 2. I must pay off the guy who wants to murder me. And once he gets into class, he takes a deep breath, and then, well, Wix is used to this because I talked to Philip now. Someone walking up to Wix very robotically doesn't handle his nerves well. Okay. Once he gets close, he's like, "We're just gonna do it," and then he ends up just like stalking up, puts the cup down in front of Wix, and goes, "You know, we're good."
This is the second time you've bought me coffee, Twink.
He just blinks. Are we good?
We were good to begin with.
Well, you were chasing me, so I didn't know.
I wanted to talk to you.
So you chased?
Well, yeah, obviously you started going away, and I didn't want to lose you.
He rolled his eyes.
Don't you
Okay.
roll your eyes at me?
Okay.
There's
Wix is so unbelievably on edge and pissed by
I
existing.
Wix, I want you to roll to shut Eero down. Meanwhile, James and Philip both are staring at Eero with incredulity. Maybe something close to jealousy.
Shutdown's cold, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, it is.
Cool.
And Destiny is kind of just like flicking her eyes back and forth between the phone and this conversation. Like, the fuck's happening? All right.
I don't shut you down.
Yeah, mark that XP. And as a result of Samson, who has been hiding like Snickers very badly for the last like 10 minutes or so. No, not 10 minutes, like 10 seconds. This conversation finally just lets out, Wix, you are the last fucking person who should call anyone else a twink. And you are going to get the condition.
Condition twink.
Yes, that is the condition, in fact.
Dude, I have this condition in real life.
Oh, wait, that's Ariel. Gross. Get the fuck out of here.
Right.
Okay, that's weird. Whatever. Alright. There we go. Alright. Yeah. Any response from either of you to Samson's shit talk?
I
I'll
ignore
lean back and look over.
general existence.
Fair enough.
I'll look at her and says, takes one to know one.
That
Just basically confirming him,
Ooh.
but at the same time.
Ooh, rough burn. Oh my god. I don't know how I'm gonna live from that one. Samson, shut up. Edith just like looks back at him and rolls her eyes. Whatever. By the way, Edith is one of very few people in the entire classroom Samson actually listens to.
I mean, they're siblings. Makes sense.
Yeah. Alright.
After all of that, after everything that just happened, and he was just standing there silent, he leans on Wix's desk just a bit. How's the leg?
Fucking hurts.
That fucking makes sense. I'm asking if it's just a scratch. Not just a scratch. Is it just a regular wound, or did weird shit happen?
Who is listening right now?
Well, right now he's trying to whisper, so
I
knows.
can tell you right now, James and Philip are trying to listen.
Mhm.
Destiny might be able to hear you just by virtue of sitting close to you, and pretty much everybody else doesn't give a shit.
Let's go to the hallway.
Okay.
You know, people don't need to know about what we're about to talk about right now.
Oh, this is gonna cause so many rumors. People don't talk to me anyways. Never mind.
Rumors are dumb. Shouldn't care.
This is a popular person.
Popular. Okay. And then I'll let you lead the way out, and as I limp behind you.
Oh, fantastic! They stand there for a couple seconds, and then he goes, "Oh," and then leaves. He hasn't let a damn thing in his life.
Oh man. Okay. So you two walk out to the hallway, which is definitely seen by just about everybody in the room. But
Yep.
you can converse privately.
You know this is gonna cause problems, right?
I don't think the problems are going to be more important than a killer tree.
I mean, I can't. I mean, maybe it is stationary.
No.
It can't move.
But it's definitely caught a lot of people's attention.
Yeah, he keeps looking towards the door. I think I caught James' attention. He could fucking kill me.
I won't let him.
He's like double my size. And then I guess Philip. They both waved at you. You have weird taste.
Yeah. I was look. Wix was like gonna like seem offended, but like, no, you're fucking right.
I mean,
These people are fucking weird.
yeah. So, does it look like a regular wound?
I'm sorry,
Oh,
before we move too far away from it, you have weird taste is definitely a shutdown.
is it?
Do
I want
it.
to
I
shut down
feel like
Philip
Do it,
with
just
the
do it, just do
probably,
it.
right?
if
Oh,
there's
yeah.
if there's anything you can shut Wix down about, it's their taste.
Oh,
It's
don't
true.
worry. I'm terrible at this.
Hey, you'll get XP, let's go. XP, let's go!
Yep. Mark that
I failed
XP.
hard. Holy shit.
Oh.
Damn, you fucked that up.
Oh my god. Yeah. Um, yeah, it occurs to you that if anybody that Wix like had ever boinked in the past heard you say that, you would be in so much shit. And continue your conversation.
Well, I'll never say those words again. So your stab wound.
I'll look around, and then I'll hand you my coffee. And I'm gonna start undoing my boot so you can actually properly see it. And it's a stab. Like from what I remember, it stabbed directly into my thigh or my
I don't know.
calf.
I don't know if we fully. I don't remember exactly how I described it. I think it was just a slash. I remember it being a slash along your calf,
Okay.
which, by the
Yeah.
way,
So.
very painful wound.
Oh yeah, it fucking hurts. Could have been fatal if hit in the right place.
Mhm.
But yeah, I'll show it. And like I'll kind of like move the actually I don't even have to fucking move the bandage. You just see a pure red fucking line on the bandages from just the fucking cut.
You have to change those bandages in.
Yes, I know. But we're kind of in class.
What? He nods. Yeah, sorry, I come across bad.
It's fine. I just know you care, and that's pretty important.
Well, as long as you're not going to turn into a weird half tree, half person thing.
Are you comparing a tree to a werewolf or a vampire?
Zombie, but yeah.
And you called other people weird. Jeez.
I have no friends, and I sit in the corner of a room, and I hang out in a park at night reading poetry. I am the weirdest person you'll meet.
Romantic. Very bluntly, or romantic.
You okay today? You seem all less you.
I got physically assaulted by a screaming tree.
See, I want to say that makes sense, but I feel like for you, physical stuff like that might just kind of roll off. You also chased me halfway across the city, and you were fine. So I kind of just assumed your physicality was fine.
And I thought you were joking when you said you don't understand pretty people. God.
Well, I'm glad that you're okay. Probably to go back to that park. Oh, okay. Never mind. You're not okay.
Well, actually, this is out of character. I'm gonna do a little mental coin flip right now.
Okay.
All right. Wix puts their boot back on and like leans back on against the wall, and just sighs and says, "No, I'm not okay."
What's going on? Normally people don't answer that. They just go, yeah, fine.
What's going on?
Oh my god! Oh, Jesus.
Well, okay, one, you ran away like a scared child when I was just trying to talk to you, and I'm still a tiny bit peeved about that, but
I
not as
turned
much
around and
as
you were
I used to
sprinting
be.
at me. What was I supposed to do?
I don't know. Ask me, hey, why are you sprinting at me?
Well, I didn't.
Not.
And then just pauses. Never mind. Continue.
And then we get attacked by a tree. That was super fun.
The
Super
more you
definitely
say
on
it,
my bucket list of things I wanted to fucking happen.
the more you say it, the more sad it sounds.
It's fucking depressing.
Yeah.
There's like, I don't know. I told Philip that I was hurt, and they didn't really like care.
The
And
most
it kind of fucked with me a little bit.
confused look. Like, he even tilts his head and just stares and goes, and, like, mouths Philip's name. Like, he is trying to, like, force accept that that's the guy you just brought up. Mr.
Yes,
Mr. like, half-cooked white toast. No butter.
Toast, no butter.
Oh my
And Wits takes off like their fucking beanie that they always wear, this little fucking pink white beanie, and just like kind of just like let it fall for a minute, just to run their hands through their like bright blue hair, or not like bright, but soft blue hair, and they're like, "Yes, I know it's so fucking weird, right?"
I mean, he looks around and then takes a step closer to Wix, because I can't say this out loud, because he can, though he's a bland man. I am 10 pounds soaking wet. He can kick my ass. He's, how do I say this? He's like if I took a robot and removed anything cool out of it and put it on standardized responses.
I'm sorry, but I don't care how far out of earshot Philip is. I'm counting this as a shutdown towards Philip.
But
Amazing. Okay.
He's just doing that, and he's just like, oh.
Yeah. Just fucking. So, through the machinations of the unconscious mind of the collective unconscious. God. You do have to make a choice of one of the four. So, if Philip has a string on you, you can choose to take it away from them. If he doesn't, you can gain a string on Philip. You could give Philip a condition, or you could take one forward.
I want to
Give him the
do
robot
they lose
trait.
the string on me, and if they don't have one, I gain one.
Yep. Who even has strings on you from like the start of the
Like-
session?
2 people, that's it.
Okay. Then yeah, you take a string on Philip.
Yeah.
However, you just insulted a man who is the blandest freaking boy in possible existence. What's a good condition for that?
Robot.
What?
Robot.
Eero
no,
is
no.
not. No,
I'm-
Eero's getting
I'm
the
one
condition.
Insulting. I'm getting the condition.
Oh yeah, you're right.
What's a good word for a man who punches down a lot?
This is punching. I guess this could be punching down. I find that's still insulting him.
You know what? No. Philip is going to have this response when he inevitably finds out eventually that you described him as such. You're a meanie.
Fucking you myself.
This is the guy.
I am addicted to this thing.
Unfortunately. Most unfortunately.
I need to find a way to lose a condition fast.
What y'all need to do is start thinking more before you start sleeping with my characters. Nothing good will come of it.
I got
It
you,
is
fam.
literally
Hasn't
my
happened
only
once
thing.
ever. I got this. I can continue that streak.
All right.
Okay.
Cool. So,
But you replied, yes. It's like they're like a robot, but if I took all the cool things out,
mm-hmm.
I'm like, well, it's a very complex way of saying bland, but yeah,
Well,
sure.
he's not just bland. Bland is like you picked white bread over wheat bread. He's like if you asked someone if they wanted toast and then you didn't toast it all the way and didn't put butter on it. I don't know why I don't like Philip so much. I
What
don't
the
know
fuck?
where
How
this
did I
came
say?
from.
What happened between you and Philip?
Literally nothing. I have a hard time responding to people who
I'll say
give
I've
me.
never seen you talk to anyone.
I try to talk to people. I just ruin it.
Maybe it's because we suddenly start talking about how bland Philip is all the time.
I don't think I talk about Philip this much, but maybe I do.
Wix does laugh a little bit.
Oh my god.
He then sighs and goes, "Oh, thank God! I was trying so hard to make you laugh. I'm really bad at this."
Thank you.
I just want to re-ask. You're not killing me, right?
No, I'm not trying to kill you.
Got
Never
had a
Don't.
redouble, and you're a full-on person, right?
What do you mean?
Ignore that.
What?
Don't worry about it. All right, let's go to
At
Sure.
that moment, the Professor Davidson comes walking down the hall with like a smile and then like a tilt to her head with the obvious question in her head of why aren't you guys in the classroom?
Oh, and then he quickly scurries. Scurries is probably the best term. Into the room, into his seat.
Cool.
Wix feels a little happier now, so they give a much happy smile and a wave towards the professor as they walk, as they follow the scurrying creature back into class.
Hell yeah. Okay. All right. Cool. Class passes as it would. And after it is over, James goes around and talks to everybody in the room, pretty much.
Oh, invited.
Yeah, inviting everyone to his sick ass party. Eero, you are not on that list of people being
I
invited.
expect it to not be. If you said I was, I'd be confused.
God, what if I accept and bring you with me?
I get my ass kicked. Point blank period.
Probably.
He doesn't like I mean, he's not like. I feel like you're describing him as a. Wait, hold on.
No. I have 0 muscle mass.
That's fair.
Wix could probably beat me in a fight. I don't know about that.
Mm,
Yeah, that's fair.
I was gonna make a joke, but I don't think I'll make that joke.
Cool. So, yeah. You. Fucking. Damn it. Brain. Yeah. James goes around inviting a bunch of people. He invites Annie. He even invites Edith.
What the fuck?
Um,
Edith
he-
is not gonna accept, brother.
Yeah. He invites Jared. He notably does not invite Samson.
Yeah.
Fucking pretty much everybody around. He doesn't like. Yeah, actually, I think he would. He does work his way. Oh, obviously, he doesn't invite Zim. Um,
Oh yeah.
he does work his way around to Wix. And like lowers, assuming you're still sitting in your desk for whatever reason, he's gonna be like, seriously, are you okay?
I'm fine, hon. Just a
Okay,
little drain.
all right. Well, invite's always open. He looks over and sighs for a second, and then is like, "Hey, Phil." Walks over to Philip's desk and invites him. You're a little upset with how intently you listen.
Right? Yeah,
But-
exactly.
You do hear Philip say, "Well, that sounds rather exciting and fun. I would love to come. Thank you, James."
God.
And James, like, just, you'd be a lot. Forget it. And just walks away. And this is what I would like to remind you that Philip and James have also been together.
My God, you're right. Holy shit, you're right.
Oh man. So yeah, as he's walking away, James has like the most
Wait.
furious blush on his face from talking to both you and Philip. Um, and just like shakes his head, pats his face, keeps walking. Eero, apparently there's a party going on tonight.
Oh, how exciting!
What are you gonna do tonight?
I don't fucking know. Probably get into trouble or do something.
Awesome. You won't be doing it alone because Wix at the end of class comes over and places their phone right in front of you.
He just stares at it. He goes, "Did you need me to hold it?"
Your number.
Oh,
Put it in.
okay. He then puts it in. Yeah, he gives you his number because he was told.
It's a very serious Tem energy right there.
You're very timid.
Yeah. God damn.
I mean, he has no idea.
Uh,
Pretty person tossed phone on table. Number now.
number now.
That's crazy.
Right, and I'm gonna lean forward and be like, "So what are you doing?"
He looks around. Now, later, or about the thing?
About the thing. I'm not trying to fuck you yet.
What?
That's a turn on roll.
Jesus Christ, that came out of nowhere.
That did
It's
come out
gonna
of nowhere.
be. It's gotta be the most out of pocket shit always. I failed that crazy.
Damn, that's wild.
God,
All
you
right.
suck at this game.
So
Mark-
instead, I just confused you.
Mark XP.
Yeah.
And that was heard by someone.
Cool.
He shakes his head, gives you his phone number. It's just like arrow, but then it has like a bat and a tombstone. No, probably just the tombstone emoji, and that is his name in your phone now.
Yeah.
He
Wix
thought it was
does
cool.
laugh a little bit, seeing it, and was like, "Eh, seems like you."
Thanks. So yes, what I'm doing about the thing. That was gonna be my question. Are you gonna leave it alone? Just kind of leave it over where it is and never go back?
Mm-hmm. No, I don't think so.
God damn it.
I mean, we gotta. I don't know.
Not.
Jasmine kind of convinced me that it's a bit more than that. It's a bit more than something that should just be left alone.
He looks up like a shocked mixed with like a worry, in a hushed whisper that comes out first is almost yelling. He goes, Jasmine? She no. And then crumbles more into his desk. I can't. I could barely do this with you. I have to do with her.
Man,
I'm
why do you
not
have to
gonna
say deal
survive.
with? I'm a delight to be around. Thank you very much.
That's not what I mean. You're bubbly and can talk, and she's really popular and very intense.
I fucking agree. She's crazy intense, but she's fine. I mean, when I talk to her, she's a little blunt and kind of mysterious and creepy, but like in a cool way, I guess.
Like in a way that you think is cool, in a way that you think she thinks is cool.
Yeah,
Oh no.
I
Okay.
think. She's not here though.
What's the chance that you? What do you think I could do? Do you think I can convince her to just never go near that park again?
I doubt that.
That means I have to do something about this. I'm not built for this.
I know. But I mean, it would be an issue if more people got stabbed, don't you think?
Yeah, but there's like a natural. Okay, I'll text you all the information I have.
Oh, you have information?
He gets up and sighs. Oh, this is a bit of a drag, isn't it? And then just goes to walk out.
Shikamaru looking ass.
That was edgy as shit.
I have to end most of my conversations being edgy.
Wix actually says, "Wow, that was pretty edgy." Leave.
All right, cool. So, Eero, you text Wix all the information you have. Does
Yeah.
that include what the professor said?
No, not yet.
Okay. So it's just what you researched in the book.
Yeah, it's about the 13 myths. How everything there's no benches or other like the pathways and stuff close to the tree at all. Stuff
Mhm.
like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to a party.
All right, you're actually going. Cool.
Yes.
Oh, I figure what I'm doing when you're at a party.
um, I hmm thinking. I think actually, now this would happen, wouldn't it? Eero,
Yeah,
you don't give anyone your phone number, right? Like unless they directly ask you, and nobody's really asked you.
yeah. He just assumes he ruins most of the conversations he has with people, so it doesn't get to that point.
Cool. You get an email through the school like canvas
The
through
Oh
through their
my
app.
contact.
God.
Yeah. Um from Erica Carlson. Uh just saying, "Hey, are you going to the party tonight?"
I was. He emails back. I wasn't invited.
Do you want to?
Uh, uh, Amazing. It's over an email, so she doesn't get to see the sheer panic and like pacing around his room. He was just asked to a party. He has to say yeah, right?
It would be rude otherwise.
He texts back. Oh, emails back, I should say. I mean, I guess parties have never really been my scene, but why not?
Uh you get a response like 10 minutes later of, "Okay, cool. Here's the address."
I'm being
So
set up.
so
Right?
Wix,
Mhm.
um you show up to this party. Uh Pretty much in full swing by the time you get there. And by in full swing, all of the frat people are already like doing dumb shit like beer pong and what have you.
Oh yeah.
Um, while all the other guests are trying to find someone here that's not terrible to hang out with, and usually wind up hanging out with each other. Um, Weirdly enough, the only one. Well, actually, no. Yeah, I think Willow and Erica would be there, but not Sunny. She would be noticeably absent. And, just about everybody else that was invited is there, including Philip, who isn't. He's not being a wallflower. He's more being like a center of the room flower.
Oh
He's
my God.
standing around with like a solo cup, sipping from it occasionally, looking around. When people talk to him or say hi, he's like, "Hello." Uh, Otherwise, he's smiling to himself like he is deeply enjoying every moment of doing absolutely nothing.
God. I got the mental image of him like in a dance circle, just doing like moving side to side. Like, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's him. That's basically him. Yeah.
Good God.
Um, on like one side of the wall, Zim, who was not invited but showed up anyway, is talking to Destiny. And they're
Nice.
just chatting about some anime shit. Um,
Nice.
Samson, who also was not invited, is with the assholes doing beer pong.
Of course.
Yeah, pretty much anybody around is there. Um, I think it would take a minute for James to notice you. He's a social butterfly. He's jumping between people. But
Mm-hmm.
up until that point, I don't know. Anything you want to do? Anybody in particular you want to talk
Uh,
to?
yeah, I walk up to Phil, arm around him, and I take the drink from him. Say, "Hi, hot stuff."
Uh, um, is that an attempt to turn on or not?
No, just conversation,
Cool.
but in my weird flirty way.
Right. He looks down, notices the cup is out of his hand, looks over to you, notices who took the cup, smiles the actual brightest you have ever seen him smile.
My
And
eyes widened at the thought that, wow, that's actually really cute.
yeah, uh, and says, "Oh, hello, Wix. Good to see you."
Immediately turned off. Damn, you should just keep smiling. That's it.
Okay. He
No, I
continues to
didn't actually
smile.
say that.
Oh, damn it. Okay.
Wix didn't actually say that.
All right. Uh, are you
No, they
feeling?
say hi, Wix.
Yeah. And he like he glances down. You said they can see the bandage, right?
They can see like the top of the bandage, yeah.
Cool. Uh, and his eyebrows furrow and he's like, "You said you did not need medical attention. Are you okay?"
Yes, I'm alright. It just needed a little wrap up is all. I drink from his cup.
Hmm. Hmm. If you say so.
That I do.
He looks over at the beer pong game and says, "I've never played a lot of these games. What is the point of that one?"
I mean, there's not really a point to play games, you know?
Well,
You've played games, right?
of course. But most of the games I see seem fun. This just seems like drinking.
Well, yeah, I mean, drinking is part of the fun of a party, at least.
Hmm.
You know, and if it's with people you actually enjoy being around, it's really fun.
I think he would just like it's like his little robot brain is trying to process the logic behind putting poison in your body and it does not compute. Uh you do notice that this like what you're drinking is in fact beer. So he was drinking beer, but he does not look remotely tipsy.
Is it like weak shit?
I mean it's beer, so it's not strong by any means. Uh
Okay.
but like, you know, some of the frat boys at least seem to have a blush. And again, they've probably been drinking a lot more than him. It's kind
Mhm.
of topsy turvy. But he does not seem like the kind of guy who enjoys alcohol very much.
Yeah. I see. I look at Philip, not buzzed at all. I'm like, God, I wonder what you would be like drunk.
I have wondered several times. I've never been able to get
Mhm.
it.
Yeah. Sometimes it's better if you don't know. I mean, after all, me being drunk is kind of a mess for everyone involved.
He looks down. How so?
Ah, let's just say I made a lot of people very unhappy.
Hmm, that doesn't seem like you.
Well, I mean, I was trying to fuck all of their boyfriends, but
Oh.
yeah, there you go. get it.
That's strange.
Is it?
Well, them being upset about that is strange.
Well, okay. Let's say that you and me, hypothetically, were in a more than just sexual relationship. How would you feel if I fucked someone like Samson?
I would question your choice.
Oh, I'm just trying to pick a random person. Just any
He,
guy.
he thinks about it for a second. Would you continue to fuck me?
Yes.
Then he shrugs. Who am I to decide what you do with your body and with whom?
Hmm. Wix does frown a little bit. Because, like, I mean, Wix is always, like, just sexual with people.
Mm-hmm.
But with Philip, it's felt a little bit more because of the magic they don't know about.
Mm-hmm.
So they don't really know quote unquote romance that well. I
Mm-hmm.
think we determined this before when me and Philip went to McDonald's for a date.
Yeah, for real.
So
Oh
so I'm
man.
like, oh, well,
I've been
I mean,
told that I don't understand romance.
who told you that?
Hmm. Most everyone
Hmm.
that I have. He gestures.
Well, I will admit you don't understand it that well, but I think you're on the right path.
Hmm.
And I'll hand him his drink and say, I'll talk to you later, okay?
Okay. Goodbye.
And then I'll walk away and yell over in some direction. James, where are you, hot shit?
um, when you do that, Eero, you arrive to the party.
Oh God.
Holy shit. You hear the first you walk in and you just hear me, James, you hot shit.
Yeah. Uh, you look around, you see pretty much the same scene that Wix did. Erica and Willow are kind of on the side, somewhere trying to avoid like the douchebaggery. Um, Zim and Destiny are talking anime shit. Phil is doing what Phil always does.
Phil
Samson's
playing with
playing beer pong. You know the drill.
Uh, he probably honestly stands there for a hot second and does nothing, and then we'll go to see Erica because she invited me.
Cool. Actually, while you're standing there doing nothing, Erica will notice you. Uh, gesture with to like speak to Willow for a few seconds, and then approach you as you're approaching her.
Oh, that makes this easier.
Yeah. Um, she's uh very awkwardly just going to say, "Hi.
Hi.
I don't think we've spoken before. Um, I just can we talk for a second?"
Yeah. Sure.
Okay. Uh, she's going to guide you over to like a less populated part of the party where it might be harder to overhear you. And is going to be like, okay, so first, just to make this clear, I just felt bad that James very clearly did not invite you. He went past you like 6 times and said absolutely nothing while inviting just about everybody else in the room. He was treating you like Samson. And while I haven't really talked to you before, you have never done anything as shitty as that guy has. So I just thought you deserved to be included. I hope that that wasn't like a breach of, personal boundaries or anything. If you want to leave, you're welcome to. Just yeah.
Thanks. I guess. It's good knowing someone was trying to look out for me.
Oh.
And I don't think I'm as bad as Samson.
I seriously doubt it. If you were, people would know. Okay, cool. Yeah, no problem. But kind of almost more importantly, are you and Wix going out?
Probably like bright red, like stares for a second. Goes, no, what?
Okay, because I mean, the conversation earlier in class, and you guys walked out of class to have a different conversation earlier, like before class, and like James and Phil saw all of that. I don't, and like a bunch of other people saw all of that, but they looked really like intent on seeing all of that.
So, he laughs a little and like scratches the back of his head. That's what this is about. No, Wix hasn't had a great day, at least yesterday, and I was just checking in on them.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay. Sorry, just that was a very personal question. I apologize. Yeah. glad. Thank you for clearing that up because I get kind of worried about the interpersonal stuff going on in our little group. It's like there's a little too much, you know?
Would it have been bad if me and Wix were dating?
Oh,
Maybe I'm not sure. Just because, I mean, like, they get around a lot and like more than James a lot, and I already know that like James is kind of crushing on them weirdly, and I don't know what's been going on like
He just starts to
lately.
nod.
Like I mean the first thing that Wix did when they got here was go talk to Phil, and they were also talking to Phil earlier today and seemed kind of intent on that, and
Erica,
yeah.
thank you. I hope this does not come off as rude, but I think you're thinking a little too hard on this.
Okay.
It's just people in our class are just talking to other people in our class. It's just weird because it involves the particular people.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, maybe you're right. I mean, just, oh man, it's hard to get out of the headspace of high school drama, I guess.
He laughs. Yeah. So far, it's been better. I think. Well, on my end.
Yeah, yeah, mine too, I guess. I was just hanging out with Willow. If you want to come join us, I don't know how welcoming the rest of these guys are.
I doubt they're very welcoming, but I don't want to crash whatever you guys are doing. We've barely talked, and you guys probably want some solace from. He just looks over at all the guys drinking in a corner.
The bastard table.
No,
It
I
doesn't
mean,
say anything, just stares in that general direction for a
yeah.
hot second.
Oh no, it's fine. We're just waiting for Sunny. She said she was going to be late to this thing, and we figured free drinks.
I guess that's fair.
Hmm.
I'll guess I'll do that awkward guy at a party thing and simply stand in the general vicinity of people talking.
We, I mean, if that's what you want, but feel free to join our conversation if you want to.
Yeah.
And yeah, she's gonna head back over to Willow.
Yeah, I'm gonna very awkwardly follow. He's really trying to not take it as I invited you here out of pity. Because I was invited out of pity.
Great pity and questions, bro.
Yeah, for real. Oh boy. So, Wix,
Yeah.
you go like looking for James. You have only to say the words, "James, where are you, you hot shit?" uh, for James to somehow magically appear within feet of you, and say, "Wix, I'm so glad you could make it." They
How the fuck did you do that?
they walk over and like hug you, like
Oh.
lift you off the ground, and
It is unbelievably easy.
yeah, unbelievably easy. Like squish you a little too hard, and they're like, "Oh, sorry."
Oh,
Let you down. Lewis is also there, like behind them, sipping like from a juice box, and he just like waves. Uh, so, well, welcome over. Want me to introduce you to some of the guys? That, believe it or not, some of them are actually pretty cool.
Sure.
Okay, yeah.
I need a drink first, though.
Yeah, of course. Come on over. And he goes over, pours you out a bit of beer, mixes it in with like I don't know, some lemonade, and hands you the solo cup.
Mm-hmm.
Walks around, introduces you to some of the guys. There's too many of them. They're all like jocks or weed
Copy and paste
fans,
guys.
or yeah, you know,
Mm.
like freaking shit. Like this is Ryan. He's head of the volleyball team. This here's Charlie. He's got a lot of recreational services if you're interested. Like etc.
Mm.
etc. And as he's making his rounds, he notices that Samson is there, and he's like, "He fucking give me a second. I'll be right back." And he walks over to him.
Oh, brother. I'm backing up a little bit.
Mm-hmm. They get into it, yelling and shit. Like, I did not invite you. And freaking like, oh, what? And you invited him? And he points over to Eero and like he points over to, you invited them to Zim, and like James is just looking at freaking. Those are different problems, and those people don't assault others. You need to leave now. And like
I am leaving.
back and forth. Eero, you see from across like the zone as you're hanging awkwardly around the nice girls, or the nice folks. Oh, I'll need to change that. That's a misgender. Let me actually do that right now before I forget.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
I see what you.
Yep. Hanging around the nice ones. And from across the way, you see Samson punch James in the face.
Oh no.
And I want to preface this with Samson is clearly very drunk. And while James works out frequently, he's not as big as Samson.
Mm-hmm.
You scream.
Oh
Whoa.
shit! Oh no!
shit!
Um. Oh, that's a problem.
One thing about this not being high school is we're not dealing with high schoolers or teenagers of any kind. We're dealing with adults. And when adults get in fights, bad things happen.
Okay.
So,
Dark real quick.
read it. Yeah, roll that. Roll that.
11.
Ooh, damn.
Very nice. Remind
Okay.
me how that move works.
I can tell if someone might end up dead. If so, I scream, and only characters with skins can hear it. And if me or my allies, I guess the people who hear me scream, act on it, we get a forward.
Okay,
Which means I'm doing something that's going to get me killed.
cool. So you scream. It is a sound that no one else can hear. Remind me, you said it's not like an actual verbal scream, right?
He does like the whole like mannerism of like going to scream, and then it's this like wail that comes from not like his vocal cords or his mouth, but everything around everyone. The general life force of everybody is the thing that screams.
Ooh.
But I hear it, right?
Well, technically,
You
you have a skin.
you do indeed hear it. And it sounds like as you're trying to leave, you hear a sound that feels like your blood freezing. It pulls at your thoughts and snaps your eyes back in the direction of that fight. And in that moment, you know what Iro knows. That this will end very terribly.
Mm. Oh.
Well, I know what Arrow's doing.
What is Iro doing?
Once the scream happens, his eyes go wide. He audibly, just like last time, goes, "Fucking assholes!" and then sprints towards the men fighting. I want to tackle Samson.
Roll volatile.
fuck.
I get a +1 forward.
Yep.
Please. Ooh, I can add a +1 to this.
Yeah.
The thing. I
What?
How? No, that doesn't make any
adding it
sense.
doesn't work like that. Hold on, let me try again.
No. We're so you rolled a 5 and a 4 plus 1 that's 10 plus 1 that's 11. I can mouse
okay.
over it to get the stats. You're good.
What
So
the fuck?
cool.
I add an extra plus, I guess. Oh, whatever.
I mean, either way, 10 or 11, it doesn't make a difference. You still get a full success when you lash out physically. So you tackle Samson. And in the moment that it, like, rather, as you move, time seems to freeze for everyone but you. Not out of any supernatural sense, it's just no one expected you, of all people, to be the one to leap to a person's defense. but you literally do. You grab Samson by both arms, take him down to the ground, and pin them above his head. For that moment, Samson himself is shocked. You now have full leverage over him.
He stares down for a second, grits his teeth. Enough! The fight's over.
The fuck? He tries vainly to struggle away from you and just shouts, let go of me, you freak! James, wiping some blood off his chin, sighs. Thanks. Let me help you with that. He bends down, grabs Samson by one arm. You help him out with the other arm, and together you drag him out of the building. And just toss him outside. You step back in here and I'm calling the cops. Get that? As James steps back, he looks over to you and, bewildered but smiling, puts a hand on your shoulder, says, really? Thanks, Hero. Sorry for not inviting you personally.
He shakes his head. It's fine. I'm sorry that all that had to happen. Glad you're okay, though. Well, as okay as someone getting punched in the face could be.
It's not your fault he's an asshole. He, as you guys step back into the party, James strikes up legit conversation with you. You take a string on James.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Okay. Sick. And as Samson wanders out from the house, cursing in a drunken stupor, we see a... What kind of car would he drive? Yeah. We see a black Mini Cooper pull up along the side of the road. And the window rolls down. Need a lift, Sam? How the fuck? The hell are you doing here, Teach? The camera cuts to the side of that black Mini Cooper as it rises up to meet the comfortable, familiar face of Professor Monroe. He smiles and just shrugs. I was in the neighborhood, and you don't seem right enough to get back on your own. Besides, there's something I want to talk to you about. And I think that is where we're going to roll our credits this week.
Oh, fuck.
Damn. Gotta wait a whole week to find out how Wix responds to me beating someone up.
Right, I get to think about it.
Do you want to respond to that real quick? I don't mean to deprive you guys.
No, I'm good to think on it.
Cool. All right. Well, thank you all so much, our lovely viewership, for stopping by this week. Apologies that we, once again, couldn't make our usual Dethrone the Divine sesh work. Based on Neba's current scheduling, it looks like those are going to have to stay bi-weekly for a little bit longer, but I'm hoping to get those back to a weekly set where we can actually push that out. Just because I don't want to be hanging on to campaigns for too long, man. Um, this week, I once again have been joined by my wonderful friends Salty,
Hello.
playing Wix. You can find their Twitch channel down in the description below, and my other wonderful friend Nil,
What up?
who doesn't really do anything online. So you want to hear more of him, you'll just have to check out the next sessions.
You should, because I'm pretty great.
Thank you both for being such wonderful players, as always. And we will catch you all next time. Peace!